Nyende. That name is a great name in the field of scholarship, in the field of mission, in the field of biblical studies. He, first of all, is a captain, is a church army officer. His area is evangelism. But he's also a priest and a pastor. He is married, he's a father. But Professor Nyende is also a scholar of a type, reputable. At the moment, he is about to publish for us a textbook on biblical theology written out of Africa. So this is why I say this is one of the eminent sons of Africa. And I don't need to shout my case. You will just stay tuned and you will see. Professor Nyende comes to us, first of all, from the Diocese of Butere. The Diocese of Butere is in Kenya. It is a diocese that during the troubled days of Idi Amin hosted two of our priests, Reverend Achola, now in West Lango, and Reverend Nelson Okebichen. And since then, that relationship between that first Diocese bishop and our bishop has continued. That diocese has now given us one scholar in training. Reverend Chancellor Olwa is doing a PhD in missions in the United States of America, but to come to Lango Diocese on secondment. But on a different front, I met Professor Nyende in the United States of America while he was doing his master's studies, and I was doing my master's studies too. And when he finished, he was principal of the Church Army College, Carlisle, in Nairobi. And I worked tooth and nail to persuade him to join the Faculty of Theology at Uganda Christian University. It was not easy because Kenya would not release him. It took only for us, our Archbishop, to persuade the Archbishop of Kenya, and therefore he would not disobey. But he also had a call, and so he came, and he has been training for us, and he's very much our friend. And so, Professor Nyende, very welcome, and we are looking forward. Archbishop Ande has already been alluded. He is a graduate of Buckingham University. He's a scholar, and he's also an author. There is one of his books which is always by my bedside. I have a small drawer in my bedroom, if I go a bit personal. I have a few books that I keep there. And Ande's book about the Belgian rule in Congo, called Bulamatari rule. Bulamatari in me is an expression which means he who crushes the rock. And he talks about how the Belgians demonize the Africans and try to help us church leaders not to have this autocratic, authoritative, dictatorial kind of rule. And I recommend that book to you. But today, he comes not just as the Archbishop of Congo. Congo is a broad and vast country. In him is a representation. I don't know how many Anglicans. If Uganda is having 14 million Anglicans, and Uganda is a small country, and Congo is very broad, he represents probably more than that. So he has a large following, and he loves us. He has come first to follow his countryman, Siradongo. He followed Siradongo, who brought the gospel here, died and was buried here. And the work of the gospel is what he now continues in a different level as he will come and speak to us. This morning he was in Anai Parish where he laid the foundation stone for a modern church that is coming to dedicate in 2026. The work has begun. But also he visited the home of the Reverend Timothy Mbata, who comes from Congo, lived among us and served among us. So he's truly our brother. But because my area of doctoral research is in the area of preaching, you can truly know I'm the one who coined the topic and gave him the topic about preaching. My research is in the area of preaching, and particularly preaching of the revivalist, symbolizing Bishop Festo Kibengere. And getting serious with the gospel, this is our business. But how do we get serious with the gospel? He is coming to educate us, to enlighten us this afternoon. And so I ask that we put our hands together and welcome the grace of our Anglican Church to come and preach to us. I was about to say, sometimes he speaks to me in French, and I'm a bit at a loss. But Master Rus is there to translate. Should he change? Merci. No. Bonjour à vous tous. Bishop Adam from Congo. In Congo, very few people speak English because we speak French. As the bishop has said, if it doesn't work in English, then I'll go to French. And you will find my English is between Ugandan English and the Congolese English. And the accent is different. I'm sure you will like it. Because it will be new for you. I'm delighted to be with you here in Lango Diocese. May I take this opportunity to express my profound appreciation to my brother, the Right Reverend Professor Alfred Olwa, the Bishop of Lango Diocese, to let me learn from his experience as he has embarked on a systematic expansion of mission work. I know his strong commitment to mission work. I would even say, no Alfred without a mission. To all of you from the University of Lango, the Vice Chancellor with the whole team, and also all those who are here.